டாக்டர் ஸ்ரீவர்மாஸ் வெல்னஸ் அனைத்து நோய்களுக்குமான ஆயுர்வேத மருத்துவம் தமிழகம் எங்கும். ஃபார் அப்பாயின்மெண்ட்ஸ் 9994244111 and 9994211666.
So you can see here, this is RF seeker for immersion.
This has been used by the Sindhu.
ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇರಿ ಸರ್ ಏನಾದರೂ
Hi.
Sir, Sky Striker has done a major part in Operation Sindoor. If you can give us the details about the strategical, role that has been played by Alpha Designs and also.
Yeah, definitely. And this is a very good product that we have developed and produced in partnership with between Alpha Design and Elbit Systems, which is an Israeli company. And we have been working on it for about 3 to 5 years now. We have produced a lot of these products together. We have given it to our armed forces. Also, we have exported this product. And it's a very good product in terms of precision. It has a high precision and it has a very low, it can fly at a low altitude. So that means it has a less chance of detection. And it's also small. So it has a low radar cross section, so it will not be easy to detect on a radar. So that way it has some very good, nice features, which our COO will talk more, and so that's what we are working on.
Sir, this is an indigenous and collaboration with the Israel company. So how did this indigenous drone development has helped growing Alpha Designs? Talking about this has been made a part of one of the biggest operations the country has seen.
Yeah, no, a really good question, and I think as this is one example of how indigenization is helping, and we are a whole host of other products. We are also working on larger male class UAVs, which is at a 1,000 kg class, and this is like a 50 to 100 kg class UAV and a loitering munition. So we have, and we also work on smaller drones, the quad drones. So that way we have a whole range of products in this space. And of course, not only UAS, the unmanned aerial systems, we also work on air defense systems. We work on C4I, which is basically for connected and collaborative warfare. And we also work on, simulators for, we train our, fighter pilots and people who fly our fighter helicopters on these, in their, becoming pilots there, and also maintain their pilot license. So that way we are in many areas of focus. And, and from that perspective, Alpha Design has been in the country for about 20 plus years now, founded by Colonel Shankar, one of the war veterans. He fought 2 wars before, and he was also the head of R&D in BEL. And ever since then, that the company has grown from where it is to now a 1,000 crore company.
Sir, how was the response from the armed forces after the deployment?
I think it's pretty fantastic, and we don't know how much this has been used, this product specifically. But I would say that I think we know the product is good, and wherever it is used, it will do a good job.
So one more question that looking ahead, what is your vision, sir? In especially India's role in the drone was?
Absolutely, absolutely. I think from a alpha design perspective, I think we had been doing more in the past. I call it west to east. It was basically taking products from west and doing more of a offsets. Now we are in the stage of more make in India, which is east to east, and we are going to make products for India in India with Indian design and of course sometimes partnerships. And moving forward, we want to have east to west. We want to design products in India that is more used across the globe. So that's our vision forward, and I think that's the vision that our country also has.
Working with DRDO and other armed forces?
Of course, I will cover those details. Yes, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sir, it's great if we can start with your name and designation
Yeah.
and start talking about the product. I want you to talk detail about the products.
Sure. Hello, I am Raghavendra Arur. I am the Chief Operating Officer of Alpha Design Technology. So, coming to this particular product that you are seeing over here, this is called as Sky Striker. It's basically a loitering munition which can carry a warhead of between 5 to 10 kilo, and it has got a endurance of about 2.5 to 3 hours, and it can go up to a distance of 80 to 100 kilometers, and it is battery operated. Because of it, extremely, this what you are seeing here is a 1:1 model. It's not model, actually, it's actually the working system. Because of its small size, it has got a very, very less radar cross section. Radar cross section is the cross section as seen by the radar. So you are seeing it as this big an aircraft, but as far as radar is concerned, it is very, very small. So it goes literally undetected by the radar, and because of the battery, it doesn't have any noise. So virtually this goes undetected and carries out the designated target. So what it does is, how it carries out its task is, it has got an electro-optic payload over here. So it continuously relays the enemy information, whatever it is seeing on the ground, whether it is enemy tank or convoy or any other aircraft which is parked over there, and continuously relays the information to the ground control system. We call it GCS. The person sitting and operating the ground control system can lock onto the target and press the button, this goes and hits. Also, if there is a predetermined coordinate which is already available with the ground crew, he can give that coordinate, he can go and hit that target also. So it is not meant for air-to-air interdiction, it is meant for hitting the ground targets.
So this has been used in operations in the... can you tell
I am not very sure, but we have supplied this. It is a prerogative of armed forces to use it. We only hope that it has been used, and I am sure by virtue of the quality of this product, it should have been, if it has been used, it should have been certainly successful.
Okay. So how was the launching of this?
This is ramp launched. It requires it is called as catapult launching. So it is used using a ramp. And the ramp also has been supplied along with this. And this comes with another version called as canister version also. So that is also being made ready now. We'll be able to supply that also.
This has also been called a silent killer. Can you tell us why?
Yeah, as I said, silent killer, invisible silent killer, I would like to say. Invisible because of the small cross section, radar cross section. Silent because enemy doesn't even come to know before he comes to know what hit him from where.
Yeah. Sir, I want you also to talk about what is the response from the gunmen and the armed forces about this. Because right now we are as moving to the self-reliance and make in India.
I will not be able to comment what is the government response on this particular stuff, but as our focus is make in India. In fact, Alpha as a company is about 24 years old company. We grew along with the defense procurement policies. As you are aware, in the early 2000 decades, our policy was to move from the direct procurement from the foreign companies or the OEMs to make in India policy. So our company also grew along with that. So initially we used to take a lot of offset contracts. As you are aware, any contract more than 2,000 crore, 30% of it has to be offloaded to India. It has to be manufactured in India. So we started taking offset projects, and we became one of the most preferred and most loved Indian offset partners for all these OEMs. So many projects we have executed in this offset partnership model. Also, over a period of time, we learnt ourselves how to manufacture these systems. So because of the knowledge gained by being an offset partner, now it is being leveraged to manufacture our own equipment. So this is a true Make in India journey that we have undertaken along with the government policy.
So can you walk us through the level of indigenous indigenization achieved in this particular product, because it's also designed by an Israeli company, isn't it, sir?
That's
So
right.
this
That's
is
right.
100% made in India, or?
As you rightly said, this is the collaborative effort between an Israeli company called as Selbit and Alpha Design. Technology is Israeli technology, but is completely manufactured in India. Completely manufactured, including the fuselage, the structures, and the electronics. It's completely manufactured in India. Maybe hardly few components might have been directly procured. Otherwise, it is fully Indian product.
Okay, so how do you see moving forward the future of Alpha, and also India's independence?
We are fully tuned and we are fully committed to the Indian government's policy of Make in India. As I said before, we moved from offset procurement method to indigenously design and development. I'll give you a small example. I'll give you a small example. The T-72 tanks of Indian Army has something called as thermal imaging fire control systems. It is originally manufactured. It was a contract between the Indian Army and a foreign partner, but we made it in India as an offset partner. But the knowledge gained by manufacturing that, now we are able to manufacture it on our own and participate in the Make in India. This is just one of the example I am saying. So like this, we have developed the capability over a period of time, whether it is thermal imaging, fire control, that is the electro-optic domain, or in the military communications, or in the simulator domain. So we have gained the confidence and the capability over a period of time by absorbing from our friendly OEMs. So this is the true Make in India policy. We are truly shaping up to that.
Can you also talk about the product range that Alpha is offering, sir?
Yeah. So Alpha Design, as I said, is a purely is a company which is fully dedicated to the defense requirement. Our customers are only and only our armed forces, esteemed armed forces, Air Force, Army and Navy, and DRDO, various branches of DRDO, and Homeland Security Forces, you can say BSF, NSG, then CISF, CRPF, etc. And DPSUs such as Bharat Electronics, HCL. So we deal only with the defense ecosystem, and our products also reflect our aim, our product range. In fact, we cover almost the entire spectrum of defense requirements, whether it is electro-optics or military communications and RF and microwave, electronic warfare, simulators, aerostructures, then satellite systems. We are strong in all the three segments, that is satellite, SATCOM, as well as the satellite launch segment and the unmanned segment. So we manufacture unmanned aerial vehicles also. So you can see we cover almost entire spectrum of defense requirements.
Sir, also like any business outside India other than our armed forces, any?
As I said, we not only manufacture for our Indian customers, we also export to our friendly foreign countries, to our joint venture partners also for their global requirement.
Thank you so much, sir. Let me see.